Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're joining us tonight. Well, clearly you're joining us tonight if you're watching me right now. DnA Bar Trivia with myself and, of course, my beautiful co-host, the lovely Allison Scott.
Hello.
You look beautiful, Allison.
Thank you.
We are a little bit dressed up tonight for Prohibition. We just had Rob Husted on Behind the Glass at 9 o'clock. If you're just hearing about that, it's a bartender magazine show where I teach some bar tricks and I teach an original cocktail, and then we have a guest on the show to teach us something that the guest wants to teach. So a professional bartender from out in the wild, we bring them in and they teach us something. But here on Bar Trivia, DnA Bartender Trivia, we are celebrating Prohibition tonight. That's why my lovely Allison is dressed up in a Prohibition style outfit and stuff. I tried. I got a crazy tie on. This is like the end of the night at Prohibition.
Now, where's your hat?
Oh, my hat. There's. Oh, there. Now I feel better. Ha. Look at that. Now I'm Prohibition too. Woohoo! Cool stuff. Now, if you guys were watching Behind the Glass, Rob and I are doing a show called Beyond the Glass on Wednesday, and Rob and I were making a sidecar. Sidecar, of course, is very similar to a bee's knees, kind of similar to, and I got that mixed up on my show. So tonight, right now, I am going to make 2 bee's kisses the way that I had intended to for you guys tonight, and then after that, Allison will have a drink, and I'll have a drink, and we will get on with trivia. All right, here we go. Good stuff. All right. So I'm going to start off with an ounce of egg white, actual egg white. We were using agua in the show with Rob, and actually, I'm going to save the gin for afterwards, because watch this cool trick. All right. An ounce of lemon in each of those, and an ounce of honey in each. Oh! Well, look at that. That just happened, didn't it? That's 2 ounces of honey, so I'll just make... Oh, there's 1 ounce of honey. Worse things have happened, that's for sure. All right, and now I've got my, where to go, my passion fruit Real. Just a little squirt of passion fruit in each one of those. I'm going to do the dry shake with this and a crap ton of honey. Here we go. Shaker Springs, or a spring from a Hawthorne shaker. And we'll do a dry shake with these. So, of course, dry shake means, you all know this, you're all bartenders, that we're shaking without ice cubes. So I've been experimenting with doing a dry shake with no ice cubes and no alcohol. Then adding the alcohol. And the ice cubes. There we go. And we'll shake those up again. All right. We got honey syrup everywhere. Hope you guys are ready for some really tough bar trivia questions tonight. We have Cheryl Charming's book, her latest book. I have a copy of it here somewhere. I don't want to bring it out until I clean up my mess here. I took all of our bar trivia questions out of that book today. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful cocktail. All right. Now a special trick just for you guys tonight. I have some, let me just get this thing open. cookie cutters, just little tiny cookie cutters, and a small dish with some Peychaud's bitters in it. All right. Now you can't see it from there, but I just dipped this little heart with the egg white. I've got a beautiful froth on top of these, and the cookie cutter just has a little bit, and I dip that Peychaud's right on top, and it makes a perfect heart right on top of the cocktail for a beautiful garnish of Peychaud's. All right, I'm going to deliver this one to Allison. There you go, sweetie.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's a beautiful heart on that.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Hey, baby. All right, I'm going to try to clean up here a little bit, but let's get on with some bartender trivia. I hope you're ready. Do we have some people in the comments there? Who's commenting and laughing at me for making a big mess here?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. Well, luckily no one was watching that. Cheers to you.
Just because they're not commenting doesn't mean they weren't watching.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
There's a cheers. It's so awkward trying to figure out where to cheer. Cheers. All right. Hey, if you are watching, know that in the comments, if you put in comments on YouTube or Facebook, your comments will be we will be able to see them, and we can drag them on screen with us today.
Here we go.
All right. See, now you're all coming in. Hey, James. And James is like, I saw it. He's having a good laugh over there. Hey, James, how has Pluchette had an issue like this ever? James Frederick's wife actually goes live with cocktails and has over COVID, trying to entertain her friends and then family. She does a fabulous job, and she's using all of James's cocktails from his business. And, of course, he works for ABM, and he's using all of my cocktails. So she gives me kudos all the time, and I really, really appreciate it. She goes live and makes drinks. And I go live and put honey syrup all over the bar. Good stuff. We're all cleaned up and ready to go. I saw Dave Watson out there. And there. Oh, James is like, yeah, my wife never makes a mistake. Clearly, she's sitting there with you today, James. All right. Hi, Blue Shed, if you're out there. Thank you very much. I love everything you do. I appreciate all your work. James, I like you too. All right. You guys ready for some trivia questions? Some trivia action? It's Prohibition time. I got to find Cheryl Charming's book. I buried it somewhere. Allison, if you can. Oh, it's right in front of you. There it is.
Under all the honey.
Uh-huh.
Buried it under the honey.
Yeah, it's buried in our crazy studio here. Every week we have to redo this thing. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. All right. It's the Cocktail Companion. All right. I know I showed it when we were first starting this almost 8 weeks ago now. We are actually on episode 7 of season 1 of DnA Bar Trivia. And for all of you that have been following all the way along, thank you so, so much. We feel that we are improving every week, and then things are just getting better and better. We're hoping to have everything perfected by January. So we'll start promoting what we're doing here and seeing if we can get bartenders from around the world. All right. All of the questions today are directly out of Cheryl Charming's book, The Cocktail Companion. All right. So I've researched and read through this. It actually made me read some of the book. It's a great book, but you know, I buy books. How many of you out there have like bought bar books and thought, oh, I'll read that one day, and you've got this great collection, but you haven't read them all? I'm one of those guys. But this is a really, really fabulous book. It has lots of great trivia in it. But I'm babbling on, and you guys are looking for some trivia. So, you guys ready? Allison, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All
I was
right.
looking at, sorry, I was reading the comments.
Cool.
Oh, bees kisses.
I'm gonna have to grab my glasses from you.
Ryan Clark says, nice with a sugared rim. Yeah.
Yes, I got a sugar rim. So it's the bee's knees, of course. It's the bee's knees, and what I've added is just a little bit of the Real passion fruit, or passion fruit Real, if you will. And it's and a sugar rim, and I like it. I like it a lot.
go.
Let's get on with the show. This first question is worth a giant Long Island iced tea. All right, question number 1. With my Prohibition hat on. Prohibition started on January 17th, 1920. What time did it start? What time of the day did Prohibition start? Was it A, 12 a.m., B, 12 p.m., C, 12:01 a.m., or D, 11 a.m.? What time did Prohibition start on January 17th, 1920? I think that's 1919, actually. Someone can correct me on that.
Uh-oh.
I may have typed that out a little incorrectly.
Yeah. Oh,
We're all having some fun with it.
Sorry, I told you have to...
That's all right. I'm going to get my aerobics today. It's all good.
So Laura Smith says D. Ryan Clark says C, and then question mark. Lynn says C. James says C, final.
C, final answer. James drops a final answer on us. And of course, if you're just joining us, if you drop the final answer, that means that you own the question. And we give you final answer. 12:01 a.m. on January 17th is the correct answer. 12:01. Good job, James. Woo!
Question number 2. Worth all of the energy that one guy at work who is funny as anything but a pain in the rump.
That used to be me. Or is me.
Alright, question number 2. Where was most of the bootleg spirits smuggled in from? A, Jamaica and Mexico. B, Cuba and Canada. C, Mexico and Canada. Or D, Cuba and Mexico. So, where was most of the bootleg spirits smuggled in from? Jamaica and Mexico, Cuba and Canada, Mexico and Canada, or Cuba and Mexico? All right, Rob says B. Ryan says B.
Rob Husted's watching the show. Rob gave us the best compliment last week. Of course, if you're just tuning in, Rob was a great guest on Behind the Glass just a few minutes ago here on Dean Serneels. And he said he didn't want to write questions for trivia because he wanted to participate and have fun reading the questions or answering the questions. So thanks, Rob. Great job on Behind the Glass. And I'm looking forward to our Beyond the Glass coming out on Wednesday. Back to the action here. Ryan Clark says, thanks, Mr. McCoy.
Another B from James Stevens. So, everybody is saying B, Cuba and Canada. Is anybody going to give us a final answer? Anyone?
Most of the bootlegged spirits actually came from...
I have no idea. None whatsoever. I don't even have a guess. Yeah. I'll say B, final answer. How about that?
Taking it.
Woohoo!
Mexico and Canada. Woo! Mexico and Canada were actually where most of the bootlegged spirits came in. Now, Mr. McCoy, as Ryan picked out, would actually bring the spirits from Canada through international waters, and people would take their boats out to international waters and get the spirits there. So, Mexico and Canada.
Whoopsie.
Well done, guys.
Well, we got it wrong.
Yeah, everybody got it wrong.
Everybody got it wrong.
Well done, me then. I trumped you guys. I got you. I got you one finally.
All right.
Question number 3. This is worth a cooler of cold ones. How far offshore do international waters start? That's so funny that I was just talking about that. All right.
I should have listened better.
The international waters, of course, there's a boundary around all the countries. international waters. The rules of the country are different in international waters. So, do international waters start 10 miles offshore, 7 miles offshore, 3 miles offshore, or 12 miles offshore? Where do international waters start? And all of you American fellows out there can thank me for not putting this in kilometers. Is Brian Lukmus out there somewhere? I saw Rob Houston making reference to Brian.
12?
Oh, we got 12. Laura dropped a final answer. Laura likes dropping those final answers, huh?
Too, and we need to look at the last one because she said she got it right. But sorry, I'm just gonna look back real quick. Oops.
All right.
What did you say the answer was?
The answer is Mexico and Canada.
On here it says A.
Oh.
So that is correct. Laura did get it right.
Gotcha. So, all right.
Kudos, Laura. Sorry about that.
Sorry, Laura. That was my early morning typing, I guess. That's my bad.
Sorry, I just happened to catch that in the comments. I wanted to make sure that we were giving credit where credit was due, and everyone else did get 12 miles was correct. It was not A. It was D.
Uh-oh.
But...
Oh, no.
But that's all right. Just ignore the letters.
Shoot.
Yeah, I'm missing a ton of comments. Sorry, guys. Okay. Question number 4 is worth a paid game night with your family. Oh. And bear with me while I get everyone's comments up. Everyone's saying hi to Mo, and Mo is saying hi to Rob. And
Mo Harris in the house.
And then there's a couple people laughing at us, and that's all right.
Keep laughing. I'm not sure. We've already had like 2 or 3 misfires. So.
Oh, Laura says she forgives us. Thank you very much, Laura. Sorry about that.
Well, forgive us on question 15 when this has happened 14 more times.
Oh, she said maybe you shouldn't be drinking when you're doing these.
No, I did it first thing in the morning.
That's pretty bad if you're drinking already first thing in the morning.
Oh, well, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
This is so true. All right, question number 4. The flaw in the law. Which of these was not made illegal during Prohibition? Manufacture of alcohol, drinking alcohol, selling alcohol, or transportation of alcohol.
And we'll ignore A, B, C, and D until further notice.
Right. So everybody is saying B. Lynn said B final, so that means drinking alcohol. So let's see. Drinking alcohol.
Which I put as A. Oh my gosh.
Wow, you put everything as A. The answers are A. That's okay, because drinking alcohol is the correct answer.
Right. At least I got the correct answer on there.
Isn't it? Is it? Ryan Clark said final too. Everybody, all right. Awesome.
Oh my.
All right.
After work beer on the house.
Can I do it? Sorry, I can't.
All right, here we go with question number 5. Let's hope I got the A, B, C, and D thing right this time. I have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry, but it was all my fault. Prohibition was a result of the blank movement that started in the late 1700s. Prohibition was a result of the blank movement that started in the late 1700s. Was it the temperance movement, the abstinence movement, the dry movement, or the drunkenness movement? A, B, C, or D, or forget about A, B, C, and D.
All
right. Prohibition was the result of this movement that started in the late 1700s.
Okay, so we've got James says A final, Laura says A final, and Ryan says B final. Sorry. Then he said, "Oops, I meant A." So A.
I'm feeling your brain with the "oops, I meant A."
No kidding. There's a lot of oops going on right now.
All right, the temperance movement, absolutely started in the 1700s. Okay. Can you believe that?
That was actually A too. That was right. Yay! Congratulations.
But they were trying to ban alcohol since the 1700s. It was 120 years, 119 years. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's go on to our next question.
Worth a box of pins, which is like gold.
Gold. Bartenders think that's gold.
Hairdressers think it's gold too. We talked about this last week. Thanks to these types of bars, women were now welcome to drink anywhere in the room for the first time. Really?
Yeah, really. Like, women weren't allowed in bars back then. Let alone, some bars, the fancier bars, they had their own room where the women went to their own room to drink together.
And there were no men in there?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unlike any bar I've ever been in. Is the answer either A, brothels, private clubs, speakeasies, or women did not come into bars until after 1933? We've got a couple of A's, a C, another C. So either brothels or speakeasies. Ryan Clark said C, final. So let's see.
Were they able to come into the bar room for the very first time? Rob, I filled that in just for you.
To these types of bars, women were now welcome to drink anywhere in the room.
Well, yeah, I'm rewording that now.
A non-villa here in the falls still had a men's only sex.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, what's the answer? I'm excited.
We got another one that guessed brothels. James Stevens guessed brothels.
Speakeasies.
A, which is not A. It was C.
It was C.
That's okay.
Oh
Everything's an
my.
A. So the answer is speakeasies. That's what I would have guessed, I think.
Right. Brothels made it very confusing.
Well, I would have guessed. That was my other guess.
Right.
So.
I guess women could drink anywhere in the room in brothels too, I'm sure, but
Oh. Right. Yeah, I suppose so.
but any woman could just walk in and have a drink in a speakeasy. Here's question number 7, worth freedom.
Oh.
Freedom. What organization was started because of bootleggers? Bootleggers from the Appalachians, actually, were doing these crazy things and caused this organization to form. Was it the American Bar Association, the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing? Was it the International Bartenders Guild or the Anti-Saloon League? What organization was started because of bootleggers? The Bar Association, the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing, International Bartenders Guild, or the Anti-Saloon League? Anybody?
We got one that says B final.
B final.
Stock car racing?
Do you think it could be stock car racing? The National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing?
Was that around back then?
You mean NASCAR?
Yeah. I don't think so. I think that was later.
Well, he dropped the final answer on us.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess he did. I was hanging on.
Allison was hanging on. It is NASCAR. So here's how it worked. So the rum runners or the bootleggers would take their stock cars, the cars that they bought, and then they would tune them up, and they would keep tuning them up to make them go faster than the cop cars.
To outrun the police.
Right. Totally, yeah. Lynn's right on it. Lynn Rom there. She's like, yeah, it's to outrun the police. So they would do up their cars and make their cars run faster.
Wow.
So it was a stock car that they changed the motor on or changed the tires on, whatever, so they could outrun the police. And the same thing happened with boats.
Oh.
Yeah. So the rum runners would tune up their boats to make them go faster than the police boats, and the police had no idea. And the vehicles were just cruising away. So yeah, that all turned into NASCAR because the bootleggers would start competing against each other with their tuned up cars.
Wow. I would. Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
There you go. Now you know.
Yeah, I thought I knew enough. Enough I ever needed to know about NASCAR, but apparently not. Question 8. Worth a bouquet of fresh garnishes. Which state had a 68-year prohibition and then in the 70s elected an attorney general that would even make planes stop serving while in its airspace? Which state had a 68-year prohibition and then in the 70s elected an attorney general that would even make planes stop serving while in its airspace? I'm sorry, my dog is whining at me right now. Is it Delaware, Alaska, Kentucky, or Kansas? Got no idea. Now it's just a redneck sport. That's what I was thinking, Lynn. I didn't know rednecks existed back then, but I guess they do. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Allison's pooch Reagan is joining us today, and she's a little hungry. She wants some food. She's looking for a treat.
Oh, no idea. Rob has no idea.
No idea. Oh, I'm stumping Rob.
Uh-oh.
Let's look at the options again.
All right. Which state had a 68-year prohibition and then in the 70s elected an attorney general that would even make planes stop serving while in its airspace?
So apparently the attorney general from this state was an old police officer, and he worked his way up to the attorney general, and he made Amtrak stop serving while it was taking trains through this state, and the planes had to stop serving, and he just shut everything down. Apparently they wrote a book about him in 1998, I think it was.
Okay.
It's all in Cheryl Charming's book.
Lynn says Delaware.
His name was Vern. Vern Miller, I think, was the name of the guy. And there's a funny note saying that he was 5'5". So he was a short guy, but he was
Vern was
Vern Miller.
is he friends with Ernest P. Worrell?
I don't know if he was.
Vern?
Hey Vern. Hey Vern.
All right. Well, Delaware was the only thing that anybody guessed. So I would have said Kansas, but let's see what the answer is.
You would have got it right.
Oh!
Yeah.
You know why I guessed that? Because you said the Amtrak, and I've ridden the Amtrak before.
Through Kansas.
Kansas City to St. Louis.
Nice.
When I was a kid, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, deputy sheriff. I'm looking for his name again. Yeah, Vern Miller. Ex-police officer, deputy sheriff, and county marshal.
Woohoo!
Went on to law school, and they wrote a book about him and all that stuff, and apparently he was pretty stern on making sure that the law was enforced. So, yeah. Every question in this book, or every question today, is, of course, taken out of right in page 41, 42, and 43 of Cheryl Charming's book. 45, actually. So, great book. Here we go. We're going to move on to our next question. Question number 9. Worth a date night with your bestie. Look at that beautiful picture of Alice and I having dinner together. All right. Here we go. These rebellious young women wore short skirts, short hair, and went to speakeasies, smoked, and even had casual sex during the Roaring '20s.
Oh, I know the answer to that one. Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Were they the pastor's daughters, or B, the pastor's daughters, or C, the pastor's daughters? Okay, no, sorry. Let me back up on that one. All right. Were they pastor's daughters, flapper girls, saloon leaguers, or mafia girls? These rebellious young women. Now think of the 1920s, right? These rebellious young women wore short skirts, short hair, and went to speakeasies.
Are you flustered by the question?
I'm flustered by this cocktail, I believe.
Rob said his best friends?
and had, they were casual intimacy during the Roaring Twenties. The pastor's daughters, flappers, saloon leaguers, or the mafia girls. And Ryan says C. What were the names of this group of women?
My guess is C. Really, my guess would be B, but let's.
Sorry if the video's lagging there, Ryan. I'm not sure. It's not lagging here.
Seems fine to Rob. So it's only some on some. I think it's flappers, but that could be a cliche answer, so I don't know. Nobody says final.
There's no final answer. Let's drop a final.
Yes, James said, I'm sorry, I missed you. James Stevens said flappers final.
There it is. There it is. James Stevens takes
Flappers!
it. Flappers. A. My proofreading skills need to improve.
Well, but at least you're consistent.
Well, at least I'm consistently incorrect, you mean?
Yeah. Consistency is key.
Well, you look cute on that skateboard.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, so do you.
Oh, thanks.
Question number 10. Were the visit to the mall unnoticed by irregulars? This group lobbied the loudest for an American prohibition in the early 1900s. Was it Anti-Bar Association, Women's Christian Temperance Union, Teetotalers of America, or Anti-Saloon League? This group lobbied the loudest for an American prohibition in the early 1900s. Anti-Bar Association, Women's Christian Temperance Union, Teetotalers of America, or Anti-Saloon League.
These questions are really wordy, huh?
Yeah. Laura said B, final, again. James says B. Rob said B or C.
Let's see if I got the B or C right. So they're saying that the Women's Christian Temperance Union.
Oh, yep. Everybody's saying B final, B final, B final.
All right, let's see what happens.
Nah.
A final. What?
Well, wait a minute. Let's see here. Anti-Saloon League. That would be actually D.
D.
Either way, it's not B.
Right.
So the answer is D. Anti-Saloon League. I wish I could put my finger up.
I gotta look that up now.
A.
With everybody going final, I gotta look it up now.
Right, yeah, because Women's Union, there's another one. Everybody said the Women's Christian Temperance Union. Oh, and then Lynn said boo. We're checking on it, Lynn.
This group lobby. Wow, I gotta proofread my questions, I think.
Where did you say you did this? You said this morning, but this morning could have meant a lot of things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like 9 a.m. this morning or like 1 a.m. this morning?
No, actually half and half. Let's see if the second half of the questions are better. Let's move on.
Oh no.
Question number 11.
Oh. I was like, I didn't do that. Instead of...
I've got control of this stuff. Question number 11, worth a Saturday night off paid. I'm glad you guys are having some fun with our little misfires here. That yeah, it is what it is. You guys know me better than I know myself. So, question number 11. This gangster was known for his suits, his gourmet food, drink, and girls, and was nicknamed Scarface. Was it Alphonse Gabriel Capone, Frankie Yale, Clyde Champion Barrows, or George Nelson? This gangster was known for his suits, gourmet food, gourmet drink, and gourmet girls, and was nicknamed Scarface. Was it Alfonso, Frankie, Clyde, or George?
Capone final.
Oh.
A.
Boom, 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 boom,
That would
boom.
have been my guess too.
Al Capone. There it is.
That was actually A.
It was actually A. See, look at that.
Skippy.
And that's right. Question number 8 is where I dozed off. So they should all be getting better after that. The rest of them were done in the morning. And I promise I wasn't drinking.
Mm-hmm. Question number 12. Worth a trip to Vegas. Which act carried out the intent of the 18th Amendment?
The intent of the 18th Amendment. Carry on. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to emphasize that.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I read it wrong?
No.
Okay. National Prohibition Act, Volstead Act, I don't know if I said that right, the Wilson Act, or the Temperance Act. Which act carried out the intent of the 18th Amendment? The National Prohibition Act, the Volstead Act, the Wilson Act, or the Temperance Act?
Thank you for entertaining me.
Ryan Clark says B. I have no idea. I've never heard of any of these. Guessing A. Laura's guessing A. Ryan Clark said B. Final answer. Let's see. Oh.
The Volstead Act.
This must have been from this morning and not last night. You got
I got B, right? B, the Volstead Act. Yes, Andrew Volstead. I think it was Minnesota. He was the governor of Minnesota, I believe. And I have to look it all up again before I start spewing the wrong facts here. Who was in charge of taking that forward. So it was the Volstead Act. Now I'm restudying as I'm reading the questions. I'm restudying. I can stop.
Okay, well,
I gotta go back and check that other question. But first, here's question number 13. Worth the rock star treatment. This was the last state to lift prohibition in 1966. 1966. So they had prohibition for longer than just the 13 years. Wow, that's a long time.
That's
of course. That said, there are still states in the or counties in the United States where prohibition is still enacted, where there's still dry counties.
They're dry, right?
They're dry counties.
I went to college in a dry county. I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm so sorry. Your parents were like, "Yeah, you go to that college." Oh. All right, question number 13. What was the last state to lift its prohibition in 1966? Was it A, Kansas, B, Maine, C, Delaware, or D, Mississippi? Frederick says D.
I second that one.
There we
Just
go.
because I've heard things and, watched stuff on television.
Oh, you've heard rumors, have you? Rumors.
More than I had the
I
other
gotta go. I can't remember that question I'm looking up now. The one that everybody got wrong, but now I question if I had it right.
Something about Christian women.
I've never known much about that group.
Me neither. I can't help you with that one.
All right, what was the last state to lift prohibition in 1966? Mississippi. C, final answer.
Oh, A. All right, it didn't get better in the morning.
It didn't get better. It didn't get any better. But you look really cute just in that barrel, though.
Ooh, so do you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I look horrified. Look on my face.
Well,
You're like, what's the problem?
Sorry, honey. This is what my career led us to.
I dress like this all the time. I think you look great. All right, number 14. Worth the game-winning shot. This little black dress style was invented by Coco Chanel and inspired by a nun's habit. A cocktail dress, Tudor style, open-fronted, or empire-waisted. This little black dress style was invented by Coco Chanel and inspired by a nun's habit. A cocktail dress, a Tudor style, open-fronted, or an empire-waisted. A. I agree with that. Or cocktail drips. Are you still, you're busted, still studying?
Hey, you got me. You got me.
Laura said A final, so let's see. I think she might be right. Yes, cocktail dress, of course. Of course, by Coco Chanel. Rob said A. Say what? All right. Mr. Book Nerd over there.
Yeah, book nerd. I'm actually reading my books again. I'm pretty excited about this whole thing. So thank you to all of you guys for making me study again. It's been a while since I've studied my nerdiness and got into my books, and I appreciate it. And I will bring you better A, B's, and C's in the future.
Mm-hmm. Number 15.
So who's in the lead? Who do you think has got the most?
I'm sure it's my team. My hypothetical team.
Your peeps.
My peeps.
Yeah, I'm sure it is your peeps.
I'm pretty sure.
Is there any one particular person that's gotten more final answers, you think? We've been, of course, paying more attention to my blundering, bad proofreading.
Well, Laura definitely throws out a ton of final answers. Ryan Clark. James has also been very vocal.
Have all their final answers been correct? Like the people that are like, B final answer.
No, 95%, 95%, I'd say.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
I'd say Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, Rob said Ryan or Laura, so I'm not.
All right,
not
Ryan or Laura then.
Yeah.
Question number 15 is for you. Go for it.
The 21st Amendment was passed on December 5th, 1933. What time was it passed? Whoa, that's a big.
That's Terry.
Can you read that? Okay. The 21st Amendment was passed on December 5th, 1933. What time was it passed? 12:01 a.m., 11 a.m., 3:32 p.m., or 11 p.m.?
That's a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to make the last question a tough one, so I'm pretty sure I got the time right, if not the A, B, C, or D.
The 21st Amendment was passed on December 5th, 1933. What time? 12:01 a.m., 11 a.m., 3:32 p.m., or 11 p.m.? Everybody's saying they're guessing Laura probably got the most final answers, and she said, I'm just too competitive. I love it.
Keep it coming, Laura. Keep it coming. Don't stop. Don't stop, baby. We love you.
It's like on Saturday Night Live. I love it.
Terry's in the comments. Thank you, Terry. You're doing a great job. We appreciate you tuning in every week. And he's not in the hospitality industry, but he's tuning in and he's starting to learn some stuff. We got a good group of people coming in here every week. I love it. I can't see the bottom of that.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Nobody's bringing the actual time.
Oh, got a bonfire, so he's got to go.
All right. Oh, I wish I had a bonfire.
Ryan's changing his decision to C.
Ooh, C.
Let's go back and look at it again.
I see.
C is 3:32 p.m.
That's a pretty random number compared to the other ones.
That is kind of random. Maybe it's not so randomly random.
Oh, maybe it's randomly not so randomly not random.
Oh, maybe it's the cheese standing alone.
But it started at 12:01 a.m. Prohibition started at 12:01 a.m. That was like one of the first questions.
But
that's why I thought this would be fun.
This says the 21st Amendment was passed.
Right.
So that's a different thing.
That means a signature went on the piece of paper. Oh, is that too much information?
Are you giving the answer away?
No, I'm trying not to, but I think I may have.
I'm so confused. I'm so easily swayed. No final answers? Come on, people. No on this one?
Alright, looks like I'm gonna win this thing.
Braylon Tilford said
Hey,
D.
Braylon's there. He's my video dude.
Laura Smith says got the BB. I don't know. I'm tempted to go with her. She's got a pretty good track record. Excuse me.
Laura, I threw 11 a.m. in there as a trick for those people that start and open their bars at 11 a.m. Ha ha ha! I gotcha! That was my trick. So B is not the answer.
My guess is 12:01 a.m.
That is not correct!
I didn't say final. My guess is 3:32 p.m. Final answer.
Well, I say A is not correct. Final answer. Oh, A is correct.
No, 3:32 is correct.
3:32. 3:32 p.m. Forget about the A, B's, and C's.
Right.
We did get all the answers
Laura
correct.
said sneaky. Not so sneaky. He totally gave it all away.
I gave it away at the end of the day.
Yep.
Good job. Hey, Laura. Thank you very much for joining us every week. We truly appreciate you and Stephen and Terry and Ryan and Rob and James Stevens. I think I already said James.
Laura,
Ariel's usually here.
Where's Ariel? Alfonso Treyes. We miss you.
We're gonna go big in January, guys, and we couldn't do it without all of your help. I'm going to actually start sponsoring some other podcasts for DNA trivia to start bringing people in. So Allison and I absolutely love having our Sunday nights here. We work so hard to try to bring both shows, and now 3 shows are being recorded on Sunday night. So check out Rob and I this coming Wednesday for Beyond the Glass with Rob Husted and myself. And then there's Behind the Glass on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, DNA Trivia with Allison. That's her over there. She's beautiful, isn't she?
Hello.
She makes all of this happen in such a fabulous way. I can't thank her enough for the amount of effort that she puts in. So thank you, everyone, for everything you do. We're looking forward to keeping this going. Look at everybody. Woo!
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Oh, you have to tell me about Bonnie. I don't know what that means, but...
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Oh, but you're supposed to tell me about it.
Well, you have to tell Allison about the Bonnie.
Oh,
the Bonnie. That's another story foggy in my memory, I'm sure.
You better start to take your ginkgo biloba.
Whatever that is. That'll be next.
A good brain function.
Oh, right. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put that in some drink. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week, all right? We'll see you soon. Hey, yeah. Talk to you then.
Do you have something else to say?
No, I'm good.
Sorry.
Love everybody.
Love